great for 103. It isn't a diet or good peace and quiet, but a swim every day in the sea. And as we sail to the island, the gulls fly high, the waves whirl. It's a magical feeling, we're going to see Granny Pearl. See Granny Pearl.
Hello. Lovely that you could come and join me down here at the beach. It's such a gorgeous day. There's not a cloud in the sky. I'm waiting for my Granny Pearl. She's taking a while, but then she is over 100 years old. And this is one of my favourite places to sit, so I don't mind waiting. Especially on a day like today, when you can see for miles down the coast. And I love the view of the lighthouse from here. I'm just drawing a quick sketch of the lighthouse actually. The lighthouse is a very long, thin triangle shape. With stripes on. It's got some steps at the bottom. And there's the front door for the lighthouse keeper to go in. And there's a window up here. And it stands proudly on the cliff, looking out to sea. Maybe you could keep an eye out for Granny Pearl. She's coming from a long way from across the sea, but she's not in a boat. She's swimming. And she said as soon as she could see me on the big rock, she'd give me a wave of her tail. Yes, I did say tail. Come and watch with me.
I can't see her yet. Back to the lighthouse for now.
Then there's a big cliff here in front, coming up towards me. And then the sea. Whoosh. You can hear the waves against the rocks. And some birds flying around. And that's a blue stripe, that one. And then there's another blue stripe here. These bits are white. And this part's blue. I can't do it with my pencil, put the colour in. This is just a sketch. I might colour it in later. The cliff's in the distance there. There. Quick sketch of the lighthouse. Did you see? She's nearly here. In case you hadn't noticed, there's something very special about Granny Pearl. I'll tell you about her.
Oh, the wind, it was billowing into the sail of our little green boat it was. Beautiful out on our trip round the island, and we were there just because we'd gone out on our holiday. What a jolly day down by the sea we were. There all together, Mum, Dad, Sister Heather, Granny and me. And the sun was shining down upon the beautiful ocean, rising and falling so big and blue, stretched as far as you could see before it met with the blue sky. And I looked round at all the family, saw how happily Grandmother Pearl was dreaming, there in her wheelchair, the wind in her long hair, a young girl again. Suddenly she whips off her coat and dives off the side of the boat. Grandma, I cry, but she calls back, oh, don't be afraid. For sure as the wind was there in that sail, caught a glimpse of her shiny tail on the day I found out my Granny Pearl was a mermaid. She was a mermaid. So a mermaid was she, and apparently every year she returned to the open sea, for she had her relations to find, all the family she'd left behind when she'd followed her heart to the shore. Fisherman Jim had been her reason for leaving. They'd met by the sand from his wreck on the rocks. He'd asked for her hand, and I learned the truth about Granny that day, watching her dive off that boat and then swim away. Through the waves she went over and under, then splashing, crashing her way through the water, and I thought this explains a lot. The excessive bathing in baths full of salt and the sea view hotels, a beachcomber was she. Her skin was pure oil, her aroma fishy. And as she dived, she called back to me, now you know why I live for the sea. And when I die in the ocean, I want to be laid. For sure as the wind was stirring that sail, I caught a glimpse of her shiny tail on the day I found out my Granny Pearl was a mermaid. She was a mermaid.
And here she is. Hello, Granny Pearl.
Hello. Hello, everybody. How are you, dear?
I'm all right. It's so good to see you. How was your trip?
Oh, let me tell you, it was wonderful. Such a journey. I do love adventure. And I think adventure is good for my tail.
Your tail does look particularly shiny today, Granny Pearl.
Well, the things it's seen. I was visiting family off the coast of California, and we were swimming through miles and miles of beautiful kelp forest just growing under the sea there. It was so huge we had to spend a whole week there to explore it all. And then on the way home I caught a lift with a humpback whale.
We're making a humpback whale down at Crafty Cove today, Granny Pearl.
Really? Could he move his tail like I move mine?
I can't see why not.
The whale moves his tail like I move my tail. Can you move your tails? 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and oh, I just remembered. The humpback whale told me where he'd seen a lovely shell. I'm just off to find it. See you later. Oh, the water's lovely.
Hi, Emrys.
Hiya, Bet.
How you doing?
Thanks for asking. I'm looking for a new shell, as it happens. I'm too big for this one now. There's only so many times you can poke yourself in the eye with your own foot before enough's enough. Please, let me know if you see a good-sized shell on your travels. Maybe that nice granny of yours knows where I can find one.
Maybe she does. Catch you later, Emrys.
So does that mean she's found a shell or she hasn't found a shell? Because if she hasn't, I still need to look for a shell, which is fine, that's what I was doing, but I'll just get on with something else if Pearl's found a shell, because there's no point in me looking for a shell if she's already found a shell. I mean, might be a nice shell, isn't
So today at Crafty Cove, I'm going to show you how to make this humpback whale.
If you're on the coast and you're very lucky, you might see a humpback whale. He might roll and wave a fin at you. Or he might splash his tail up and down in the water, like this.
So we need 2 sheets of A4 white card and some paint.
You need to mix a grey paint. Do you know what colours you'll need for that? Paint all over the first sheet of card. Can you make a light grey? And maybe a dark grey too. Try blending them into one another on the card. On your second sheet of card, you need to make sure you have a dark piece of grey in the middle. For the speckles on the whale's skin, make some dark runny paint and then flick it off the end of your finger with a paintbrush. You can do as much as you like, all over the card. The sheet that has the dark grey in the middle is the body of your whale. Fold the sheet in half. And then I've got a template that I've made for a humpback whale, and I'm drawing round it with the nose of the whale pushed right up to the crease in the card. You can find this template on Granny Pearl's webpage.
And once you've drawn the shape of the whale,
You need to start cutting.
all the way round.
From the hump, cut along the whale's back. I'm now cutting out fins and a tail. I've drawn these by going round the template. You can use the template or draw your own. I'm just sticking the whale's nose together. On a piece of folded over card, I'm just drawing a fin for the whale's back. I'm going to stick it just behind the whale's hump. I might move that later, don't know yet. I'm just cutting a slit on the whale's tail very carefully with a pair of scissors. Then I'm making a hole with a paper fastener. Push the paper fastener through the end of the whale, through the tail, and out through the other side of the whale again, and open up the paper fastener. I'm drawing the whale's mouth by following the line of the whale's chin. Now it's time to add the eyes. The whale's eyes are very similar to our eyes in shape. I'm now adding the fins. I've got double-sided tape on the top of this fin. Going to give it a little curl, turn him over and stick on the other fin. Just going to move this fin down a little bit. That's better. And there he is, a friendly humpback whale.
Time to go for a swim. We'd love to see your arty creations. Send your photos in to us and we'll display them in Granny Pearl's gallery.
I found the shell I was looking for. I was searching along the seabed and there it was. And the humpback whale came by to say hello.
Aye, aye, Granny Pearl. I knew you'd like that shell. I hope it's useful.
Said the whale. Oh yes, Mr. Whale, this shell is for a friend who needs a new home.
I've never been able to find a shell big enough for me to live in. It's a good job I don't need one, really.
Wow, Emrys, what a great new shell you've got there.
Thanks, Bert. Your Granny Pearl picked it up for me. Cheers, Granny Pearl.
My pleasure, Emrys. What a handsome hermit crab.
Thank you.
The sun will be going down soon and it's time for me to head home. I hope you've had fun meeting Granny Pearl. See you again next time.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, Granny Pearl. See you another day.
See you again soon. Off I go.
Shelley, where are you, Bert? There you are. Got a lovely new shell. Hop on if you like. Now, let's take it for a spin. Hold on tight. Way! Woo!